Hi friends, good morning. Welcome back to my channel. It is Sunday. For those of you who are new here, my name is Megan. This is my little co-worker, co-pilot, co-host, Audrey. We are coming to you guys today with our What Sold series. So this is going to be a video where I share with you guys what sold for the week of December 3rd through December 9th. I'm a full-time reseller. I've been a full-time reseller for about 8 years. I sell things on platforms like Poshmark, eBay, Etsy, Mercari, and I just joined Whatnot, so I'm going to be doing my first live sale sometime soon. I'm not exactly sure when yet, but it is coming. Anyways, before I get into the sales, this sweater, this one-of-a-kind vintage ugly Christmas turtleneck sweater with the puffy graphic. It's for sale in my Poshmark closet. Don't all fight over it. There's only one. Okay, so if you watched my videos earlier this week, I mentioned that my sales had not been that great. And while that's true, I still wanted to give you guys a sales video so you can have a realistic idea of what someone who may be doing this full-time might be encountering. I don't know, my sales, I'm not saying this is average for all full-time resellers. I'm sure there's full-time resellers who never have a bad sales week, but I am not one of them. And as per requested, I'm going to share every single sale, not just sales that are above like $15. I'm going to share every single sale, so here we go. First, I sold this Max, and I'm going to put them on the screen. Also, if you're new here so you can see them. So this Max Mara skirt, I thought this was going to go for a lot more money. I also bought the matching blazer at the same time. I do believe the blazer sold for quite a bit more than this, but the skirt sold for $15 and I'll make $12. I sold this vintage knitwear Heidi sweater. It was like a Nordic Fair Isle sweater. It sold for $25 and I'll make $20, and that was a kid size. I found 2 of those too, so I still have one left. Next, I sold this Misfits graphic t-shirt. This was a vintage, an older one with the hands here, the skull hands. I thought it was going to sell for Halloween, and that's actually where I found it. I found it in the Halloween section of one of the retail stores, but it sold this week. It sold for $25 and I'll make $20. Then I sold this vintage tennis skirt, this little knit, like micro mini 70s tennis skirt. Even though the elastic was dry, it still sold for $30 and I'll make $24. And I did remember to mention that in the description. It's something that's so important with vintage items, checking the elastic to see if it has any elasticity left in it. Next, I sold these Burton ski pants. They sold for $52 and I'll make $41. I sold this vintage silk robe. It sold for $33 and I'll make $26. Then I sold a little Mighty Ducks sweatshirt, a little crew neck from one of my recent hauls. It sold for $15 and I'll make $12. Then, as you guys might have seen in one of my videos from this week, I sold this gorgeous Gunny Sacks bridal dress. This was an eBay sale, my only eBay sale of the week, and it sold for $300. That was only, I believe, $30 off of asking, so that's awesome. Speaking of eBay, what are you doing, Bean? Getting cozy? Just trying to get cozy. Speaking of eBay, this week, or rather last weekend, I deleted every single item from my eBay closet, or my eBay store, whatever you call it, so that I could then repost them all. And I've been trying to like slowly do that instead of like mass repost everything in a day or two, because I'm trying to like feed the algorithm. I don't know. So I'm only back up to what? I think like 100 items at this point this week. So maybe next week I'll be at 200. Maybe I'll start doing it a little faster because like I said, I only had the one eBay sale this week. But that dress got reposted at around, I don't know, 6 o'clock in the morning. And at 9 o'clock in the morning, that's when I got the offer and I accepted it, and they instantaneously paid, which is, for me, not the usual on eBay, so I was very, very excited about that. Sold this Hudson Bay looking sweater. It had no brand, the tag had cut out, and so it had the fabric tag, so I couldn't even look up the RN. Oh, sorry, Bean. Sorry, Bean, I didn't mean to get you. Cozy girl. It sold for $30 and I'll make $24, being a brandless sweater. Then I sold some True Religion. I believe they were the Becky bootcut jeans. They sold for $29 and I'll make $23. Then I sold one of the Lily scarves I showed you in my previous hauls. It sold for $20 and I'll make $16. This was a really fun sale. So I think these are two Bolo brands that collab to make one like special line, but Minnow, M-I-N-N-O, is a brand by itself and it's a kids brand. And then Masonette, I'll put both of them on the screen just so you can see them, and then I'll also put the collab tag so you can see that as well. I sold this little girl's bathing suit for $45 and I'll make $36. The brand pieces are such high retail value. Like, you are a bougie baby when you wear this brand, but it's so cute. It was like a little like quilted look like a little quilted looking bathing suit, one piece with a little ruffle. It was so cute. Anyways, you'll see it on the screen. Anyways, yeah, $45 and I'll make $36. Then I sold this cup bra, C-U-U-P bra. It sold for $25 and I'll make $20. I don't typically pick up bras at the bins unless they're new tags or Eberge. There's a few brands that I will pick up. Eberge, what else? Casabella, like I said, Victoria's Secret. But this brand I'd never heard of before, and it was a full mesh bra, and it just looked really expensive, to be honest with you. And I'm happy for a $20 or a $20 profit on that bra. Then I sold a Banana Republic blazer. It was a tall, which I feel like J. Crew and Banana Republic, if they're tall, it's all over with. I'm buying it all day. And unless it's very high price, but if it's at the bins, I'm buying it. Also, I did not preface, if I'm not mentioning these things did not come from the bins, that's where they came from. If I'm not saying, oh, I got this at a regular retail store, they all came from the bins. So anyways, that Banana Republic blazer, it sold for $35 and I'll make $28. Then I sold this Boston College crew neck. I thought this was going to go for so much more just because it had a huge graphic on the front and on the back, but it went for $35 and I'll make $28. Then I sold those little orange tab Levi's jeans that I showed you guys. I think it might have been a haul from this week, but they sold for $24 and I'll make $17. Then we sold this Granola Girl Eddie Bauer vintage knit like foresty sweater. It sold for $24 and I'll make $19. Then I sold some vintage Abercrombie Y2K like track zip up warm up pants. They sold for $20 and I'll make $16. Then those Built Basics pants sold. They're the ones I told you that are like comparable to Lululemon and how they feel. They sold for $30 and I'll make $24. Then I sold that IntelliSkin bra, y'all, the one from my last video where I was asking if I'm wasting my time and saying that I hate going to the bins on days like this. Well, guess what? That bra sold for $35. I'll make $28. And for that whole entire haul, I only spent $15.55. So this bra has now put me in the green for that entire little bins haul that I found. IntelliSkin. Oh, and I didn't mention in my last video about it because I didn't know yet. That bra is made for mobility recovery, so that's why they're so expensive. They're like a recovery bra. Next, I sold a pair of black orange tab Levi's. They were vintage and they sold for $40 and I'll make $29. We're almost done, sweet girl. We're almost done. Yeah, you're almost done. I know. It's hard work. I know. It's hard work. Then I sold this Fossil reissued bag. I thought this bag was going to sell for a lot more as well because they're all over. If you look up comps, they're all over the place. I recently dropped the price and then somebody accepted my offer. I sent 30% offers, I think, and they accepted. So this bag sold for $27 and I'll make $18. Then this Ralph Lauren Paisley silk skirt sold. It sold for $29. Oh no, it sold for $27 and I'll make $18. And last but not least for this week, that one piece hoodie, onesie, jumper, sweatsuit, whatever you want to call it, it sold for $37 and I'll make $26. Fun fact, I listed this, or I tried to cross list this on eBay earlier this week and I got a flag because if the brand is not Gerber, you are not allowed to use the word onesie. Just so you know. So don't do that or you might get in trouble like using the word Velcro. So I'm bad at it. I'm always just gonna have to just put it on the screen, my gross and my net, for anyone who's interested. Like I said, I personally feel like this sales week was very low. Hopefully next week we can, if you watch this video, I so appreciate it. Maybe you found it helpful. Maybe it's helpful to see what other people are selling. Maybe you're getting some work done and just have me on in the background, which is great. Anyways, if you wouldn't mind just hitting the like button on your way out, that would be awesome. See you next time, friends. Bye.